Hey guys, welcome back to Old Path New Walk. We are going on a little family trip soon, and it was really time to clean out our car. I mean, we were really past due for that. So I got the kids out to the car and we did it together. Whenever you're teaching kids any kind of skill, the easiest thing that I have found is breaking an activity into smaller tasks that they can more easily digest. This is an idea called activity analysis. And I have just found working with kids over the years, they are more easily able to remember how to do tasks and more easily develop those motor patterns that are required to really learning those things. We're gonna break cleaning out the car into 4 skill levels. So here we go. Let's start with a basic level. This is where the kid is being introduced to different skills. So they're either being introduced to it for the first time through observation, or they're being introduced to it by actually participating and getting hands on with a skill. Some different skills that you might introduce to a kid cleaning out the car: finding things in a busy environment. So think sorting. Like, I'm going to have this child practice finding trash on the floorboard. And then after that, they're going to find the books that need to be put in the little back seat pocket. And then they're going to find items that need to go inside the house. They can put things in a basket and later take them in. So just trying to navigate a busy visual environment and knowing what to do in those circumstances. Another thing is just listening to and following instructions. This is a huge one for this basic skill level. So being able to take something that they hear and being able to actually perform what's being asked of them. So take that trash and put it in the trash bag, or put all of the random things that you find into the basket. Or, hey, can you hand me that roll of paper towels and squirt bottle? Following through with these short and sweet, simple tasks that are being asked of them. They're also practicing the motor skills of cleaning anything. So being able to maneuver a vacuum nozzle, or squirting a squirt bottle, or grasping a rag or a bunch of paper towels to wipe down a surface. At a basic level, it's realistic to do these skills side by side with a kid. And I always find that giving them a lot of breaks can really help. It can be overstimulating when you have a lot of tasks thrown at you that you don't know how to do or don't know how to do proficiently. It can be tiring and it can be a lot. So, giving a child in this level several breaks can really help because they run out of steam quickly, and that's okay. That's to be expected. Next, we move on to an intermediate skill level. This is when the kid is just refining the skills that they have already learned previously. So, take a skill that they want to practice or need to practice and give them several opportunities to do that. So, I have a kid who loves to clean the windows. I'm going to let this kid clean all the windows in the van. Or I have a kid who really needs to practice this specific skill of finding lost items that are under the seats. So I'm going to let this kid look for all of the random stuff that are under the seats, hiding where nobody can find them. Let them practice one skill across multiple environments. So, back seat, middle seat, front seat, up, down, wherever it is. Let them practice it across the entire vehicle. You could let them practice multiple skills in one confined area. So, okay, you know how to wipe down the windows and vacuum and pick up things that you see that shouldn't be there. I'm going to have you do all of those things in the back seat. And they get to practice in their own timing and in their own way how they want to do that in their specified area. Keep providing direction for these tasks. Something that I have found a lot of times, and even in myself, is when you teach a kid a skill, you automatically expect them to know it all the time across all environments. And that actually is not the case for the most part. It's helpful to continue reminding them how to do things because they're still practicing. And there are a ton of intricate pieces to any task. And they're just trying to master each one little by little as they grow. So just continue to provide loving feedback and help them continue to build this skill because they will develop mastery over it. It's just going to take some practice. Then let's move on to an advanced skill level. This is where a child is trying to gain independence over the skill or skills that they know. So a kid in this skill level is trying to develop systems for how they're going to get things done. They're using a lot more executive functioning skills. And I mentioned this term before, but basically it's a big overarching term for things like working memory and being able to sequence a task in steps that make sense, or planning for an activity. Can you take the idea that you need to have and actually plan how you're going to get it done? And being able to problem solve when something comes up that you don't expect. How are you going to navigate that situation? So they're taking these skills and they're trying to practice those with the skills that they already know. So, what systems are they developing? Are they cleaning out the car in a way that makes sense? Or are they trying to vacuum the floorboard before everything is picked up on the floorboard? Or are they just trying to move things around and make it a lot more complicated for themselves? How much time are they spending on these tasks? Are they spending 30 minutes trying to just clean the back seat windows and running out of steam to complete the entire process? Are they able to discern what needs surface cleaning and what actually needs deep cleaning? You could let this child delegate responsibilities to another sibling or even to you. And that kind of shows you what their level of understanding is for what needs to be done. You could also let this kid gather the supplies they need to go out and do the job before they even step foot near the car. And then vice versa, you can have this kid gather everything that they had and bring it back into the house and put everything away where it goes. Let them try to complete as much as they're able to do independently. You can supervise or not supervise, that's totally up to you, but give them feedback after the fact. Then let's talk about an observation only skill level. This is either for a kid who's too young or is developmentally not able to engage in whatever tasks you're doing. Because these kids can still get involved too, believe it or not. Let the kid help you by holding something that you have in the vehicle. So if I found a cute book on the floorboard, or like 20 books on the floorboard to be exact, let the kid hold the book and just let them help you by holding this book. You could talk out loud about what things you're finding in the van. This is actually pretty fun because who knows what you're going to find in a vehicle that has children in it. But oh my gosh, where on earth did this come from? I've never seen this thing before in my life. Or, oh wow, I thought I threw this away 3 months ago and here it is. Or, oh, we've been looking for this book everywhere. I'm so glad that we found it. Just verbally saying these things out loud so that the kid can hear it. You could even have the child point to things that they want you to pick up. So, oh, look, over there, there's a piece of trash. And then, oh, way back in the back, there's something that you need to pick up there too. You might be running around the entire vehicle and it might be tiring, but they'll have fun doing it. And also, just letting the kid be present while you're doing this, cleaning out the car, that is engaging. That is them observing and that is learning. So these are just some ideas that you can implement when you're cleaning out the car with your kids. I'm sure you can come up with a ton of ideas. If you do, drop them in the comments because I would love to hear about them. But ultimately, don't forget, teaching your kids any kind of skills is not always easy, but it is worth it. And we are investing in the next generation of people. So a little call to action. Next time you clean out your car, let your kids come and join you. And even if you give them one task that only takes 2 minutes, that is so wonderful. Or Let them come alongside of you with every step of the process. If you found this at all helpful, please hit the like button and hit subscribe so that you can be notified when I put out new content. Thank you so much for joining Old Path New Walk, and we have a trip to get ready for. So I'm gonna go be productive because I should. And I hope you have a wonderful day.